Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Prophet shared a statement so powerful that it reshapes how a believer views every chapter of life. He described the believer's affair as astonishing because no matter what happens, good is written within it. This truth does not deny pain or difficulty, it gives them meaning. When life is understood through this lens, despair loses control and hope finds a place to breathe again. The Prophet said that everything which reaches a believer turns out to be good. This is not because believers avoid hardship, but because their hearts are anchored to Allah. Outcomes are not measured by comfort alone, but by growth, reward, and closeness. What seems heavy today may be the very reason faith deepens tomorrow. Allah designs outcomes with wisdom unseen to human eyes. Ease arrives in life, and many people become careless or proud. But the believer responds with gratitude. Gratitude is more than words. It is recognition that blessings come from Allah alone. This response preserves the blessing and raises the believer's rank. Gratitude keeps the heart humble, protects faith from arrogance, and turns comfort into worship accepted by Allah. Hardship also arrives, often unexpectedly. For the believer, hardship does not mean abandonment. It becomes an opportunity for patience. Patience is not the absence of pain. It is trust during pain. It is holding on to Allah when answers feel delayed. Through patience, hearts are elevated and sins are erased, even when circumstances remain difficult. This balance between gratitude and patience transforms how life is experienced. There are no meaningless days for a believer. Days of ease become gratitude. Days of struggle become patience. Both are worship. Both bring reward. Both shape the soul. This understanding removes fear of loss because nothing that reaches the believer is empty of purpose. When hardship strikes, people often ask, "Why me?" The believer asks a different question. How can I respond in a way pleasing to Allah? This shift changes everything. Pain becomes a means of purification. Struggle becomes a path toward nearness. Allah does not waste tears, effort, or endurance. Every moment of patience is recorded with precision. The believer understands that Allah controls outcomes, not circumstances. Circumstances may feel chaotic, but outcomes are written with mercy. This trust calms anxiety about the future and softens regret about the past. Faith teaches the heart to stand steady, even when the ground beneath life feels unstable. Many people break under difficulty because they see hardship as failure. The believer sees hardship as a tension from Allah. Not every test is punishment, many are invitations to rise. Allah tests hearts. He wants to refine, strengthen, and bring closer. What feels heavy now may be shaping resilience needed later. Gratitude during ease protects the heart from entitlement. Patience during hardship protects the heart from despair. Together, they create spiritual balance. This is why the Prophet described the believer's affair as amazing. Few people reach this balance, but those who do walk through life with steady hearts. If you are struggling right now, this hadith speaks directly to you. Your pain is not wasted, your patience is not ignored. Allah sees the effort behind every silent endurance. Even when relief feels distant, reward is already being written. Faith does not remove storms, it teaches the heart how to stand within them. Allah allows hardship with wisdom, sometimes to protect you from something worse, sometimes to redirect your path, sometimes to cleanse the heart, and sometimes simply to bring you closer. Distance from Allah is the real loss. Hardship that leads back to Him is mercy in disguise. The believer does not worship Allah only when life is easy. Faith is not conditional comfort. It remains steady through uncertainty. This consistency is beloved to Allah. It shows sincerity beyond circumstance. It proves that worship is rooted in trust, not convenience. Life becomes lighter when this hadith is understood deeply. Fear of the future decreases. Regret over the past loosens its grip. The heart learns acceptance without passivity and hope without denial. This balance creates inner peace that does not depend on external stability. Success may arrive, and the believer remains grateful. Failure may arrive, and the believer remains patient. Either way, the believer grows. This mindset transforms wins and losses into steps forward. Nothing pushes the believer backward when faith guides perspective. This hadith teaches emotional resilience. It trains the heart to see beyond the moment. Temporary discomfort no longer defines worth or direction. Allah's wisdom stretches beyond what the heart can immediately understand. Trust fills the gap between pain and meaning. When gratitude and patience work together, they protect the heart from extremes. Neither arrogance nor despair takes control. Balance emerges. This balance allows the believer to move forward calmly, even through seasons of uncertainty and change. Every believer experiences hardship and ease. The difference lies in response. Gratitude turns blessings into worship. Patience turns trials into elevation. Allah rewards both responses generously. Nothing done sincerely is ever lost. This hadith removes the fear of being tested. Tests are no longer seen as signs of rejection, but opportunities for closeness. The believer walks through difficulty knowing that Allah is shaping something meaningful within the struggle. The believer's life may not look easier than others, but it is richer in purpose. Faith fills gaps that comfort cannot. Meaning replaces confusion. Trust replaces panic. This inner strength comes from understanding Allah's promise within every situation. So remember this hadith whenever life feels heavy or uncertain. Everything that reaches a believer is good, because Allah is always in control. Gratitude and patience are keys that unlock peace, and Allah never writes meaningless chapters for hearts that trust Him. Sahih Muslim.